Hi Year 2, it's Miss Doherty here. We are going to be adding two-digit numbers today. And a two-digit number is a number that has tens and ones. Okay, on your worksheet you will see this question here. So number 1, it says what calculation is represented? You can see there are tens and ones. And tens and ones, and underneath this last row here is the total when you add all of this up together. So you need to pop the right number according to how many deans there are in each row. So in this first box, our first addend is going to be how many tens, how many ones, what number is this showing here? And then our second addend is going to be how many tens, how many ones, what number is this? It goes in here. And then over here, our final row and our sum is the total. So when I add up all the ones and I add up all the tens, what do I get? So I'm going to ask you to pause me now and work that out and write that down in your worksheet. Okay, so you should have three numbers. You should have an addend, another addend, and your sum here. So the top number, the second number, and the total. So if we look, the top number, I've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43. So I should have 43 here. The second addend, I've got 10, 20, 21. So I should have 21 here. When I add them all together, I've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. So that is what you should have on your worksheet. Give yourself a tick if you got that right. If you didn't get it right, pause it and recount the deans. Okay, on the screen you can see some deans. I would like you to, in your mind, just remember, what does each of these stand for generally when we're using them in maths? What value do they hold? If you said that this long stick is 10, well done. And if you said that this small cube is 1, well done. So we know that this is a 10 and this is a 1. And that is a really nice way of us remembering our place value. And we know that there are how many ones in this 10 stick? There are 10 ones. So we know that 1 10 is equal to 10 of these ones. And 10 of these ones is equal to 1 10 stick. Well done. Okay, on your sheet again, you have a question here. It says use base 10 to complete the additions. Base 10 is the same as our deans. I'm happy for you to draw these out if you want to, or you can use what I'm putting on the screen. So, I'm going to show you 7, add 2, and altogether I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 2a, I can say, is 9. Then I'm going to go on to b, which is 10. Add 30, which is 3 tens. I've got 10, 20, 30, 40. So I know that 10 add 30 is 40. Now, I would like you to use what we've done here with the 7 and 2 and the 10 and 30 to work out C and D, please. So you're going to use these answers to help you with these ones. So you've got 17 add 32, 37 add 12. So you're going to pause me now and work those out. Okay, so if you're back, that means that you have finished working out C and D. Now, if you notice, in the ones we have 7 and 2. 7 and 2. And in the tens, we have 10 and 30, 10 and 30. So we can use our deans to help us. Okay here too, so we can see here that we've got some answers. And you might notice that the answers to A and B will help you have worked out C and D. Because for A, we've got 7 add 2, and for B, we've got 10 add 30. And if we look at C, in our ones, we have 7 and 2. And in our tens, we have 10 and 30, which shows that we can use our sums over here to help us. And in D, we have 7 and 2 and 10 and 30. So we know the answer is 49. Okay, we are going to have a look at how to use base 10 or deans to help with our addition now, okay? Let's have a look. So here I have some deans. I have 34 here and 25 here. The first step when we are adding our two-digit numbers in our heads is going to be adding the tens. So we're going to add the tens first. If we add the tens first, we've got 3 tens, add 2 tens, which gives us 5 tens. And then we'll add the ones, 4 ones, add 5 ones, which gives us 9 ones. So 34 add 25 is 59. Okay, so we added the tens first, and then we added the ones. You could do it in the other way. You could do the ones first and then the tens. When we're working in our heads though, I think it's easier to start with the tens first. Start with the bigger numbers first. So now we have 42 add 45. So the first step is to add our tens first. So I've got 4 tens and 4 more tens. Altogether that is 8 tens. Then I'm going to add my ones. 2, add 5 is 7. So now I have 8 tens here, or 80, and 7 here. So I've got 87, which means that 42 add 45 is 87. But we don't need to always use deans. We're quite good at calculating using numbers. So we're going to just practice using our known facts. So if I know 5 add 2 equals 7, then I know 50 add 20 equals 70. Well done. Because 50 is 10 times bigger than 5. And 20 is 10 times bigger than 2. And 70 is 10 times bigger than 7. So you can use your number facts with your single digit numbers to help you with your multiples of 10. Using that, let's do the next one. If I know 3 add 6 equals 9, then I know 30 add 60 equals 90. Well done. If I know 1 add 7 is equal to 8, then I know that 10 add 70 is equal to 80. Well done. Let's have a go at adding our two-digit numbers. Now remember, in year 2, we try and do as much of this in our head as possible. We might make some small notes, some jottings to help us, but we don't need to write any formal methods. We are trying to become really good mental mathematicians. So we've got 23 add 36, and we're breaking it down into our steps. So step 1 is to add the tens. what do we add if we're adding the tens? We've got 2 tens here and 3 tens here, which is 20 and 30. Now I know that 2 and 3 equals 5, so 20 and 30 must equal 50. The next step is to add the ones. The ones are 3 and 6. I know that 3 and 6 is equal to 9. Then we need to add our answers together. So we're adding the 50 and the 9, which gives us 59. So we know that 23 and 36 is equal to 59. Well done for doing that with me. Let's do another one. 61 and 27 equals what? What's our first step? Our first step is to add the tens. And the tens are here, 6 tens and 2 tens, 60 and 20. I know that 6 and 2 is 8, so 60 and 20 is 80. Well done. What's step number 2? Step number 2 is adding the ones. I have 1 1 here and 7 ones here. 1 add 7 equals 8. Well done. What's step number 3? Step number 3 is to add our answers. I know that our answers are 80 and 8. So I'm adding 80 and 8. 80 add 8 is 88. Well done. So I know that 61 add 27 is equal to 88. Now you have lots of questions to be getting on with in your work pack of adding 2-digit numbers today. There are some true or false questions and there are some word problems to have a go at. So I'd like you to have a go using this method of adding the ones, adding the tens and adding them together, or adding the tens and then adding the ones and then adding them together. You'll get the same answer. Okay, I'd love to hear how you get on if you put your work up on Class Dojo. That would be lovely. Good luck.